Okay, so you're feeling ready to grow your Facebook page, which is awesome. This is a great play, especially if you cater to a slightly older demographic who still uses Facebook, of which there are many. So don't listen to the people who tell you that Facebook is dead. You can still use it for business. It is still a huge platform that people use. And if you want to grow your Facebook business page, this is going to be the tutorial for you. I'm going to take you behind the scenes on how you run this campaign, what you need to do, is it worth it, all those questions. Let's get into it. Hi there, it's so good to see you. My name's Kaz. I'm an elite digital marketing coach, and I'm here to help you find paying clients with your paid and organic social media. Now, before I get into the tutorial and exactly how to do this, let's talk about whether or not you should do this. Running these kind of ads has been met with a lot of controversy. People are like, oh, I don't think you should spend the money to grow your platform. You don't own your platform. What if it goes? What if the algorithm changes? Blah, 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 blah. And to some point, there is truth to that, right? Because yes, you're spending all this money on this platform. It could change. The platform go away. It could get deleted, all this good stuff. However, I have found that if you have a plan, this can be a tactic worth doing. First of all, if you are someone who has a business, like you're a podcaster or you're an influencer, and the extent of your platform is what is going to determine your worth, meaning the rate that you can charge brands and all that good stuff, it may be worth doing this. If you're a business owner who is looking to grow, I love this for brick and mortar locations to get the word out in your local community. You can target people in your local area to grow your business page, and that can be a really good way to just get the word out. Remember, people are much more likely to click like to an ad than they are to give you your email address. Now, the power comes in being able to retarget this network that you have now built. So you run an ad, you get page likes, then you have the capacity to retarget them, which is going to save you money in the long run, because you are going to be able to retarget these people that like your Facebook page. So definitely there are some points to this. I don't just want you to go and do, oh, let's just get anybody. You have to be really clear on who we're trying to get. There was also a really shady tactic years ago where people would run these ads to people not in their network, not in the target market, people in a whole different country to just get cheap likes. And that is not something I would ever recommend, because we're not getting paid on likes, right? We're getting paid on customers, and somebody in a whole different continent may not be your target market. Now, if they are, great, but they may not be. So we need to make sure we're really attracting the person who is going to buy from you, and that is where targeting is going to come in really important. And that is why you have to really refine who is coming through, what are they doing, and have a really clear strategy as to what we're doing this for. So what I want you to think about is, okay, how can we turn this person who likes my Facebook business page into somebody who then ends up on my email list? So I have a couple of tips for this. Tip number one, make sure your profile is really ready to go with things that can link to a freebie really quickly. So I want to see your freebie mentioned in your Facebook business page banner, your heading image, right? Your header image. Also in the blue button, sometimes called learn more, you can customize what that says. That needs to also go to your freebie. Perfect way to do this, your header says go to my freebie, and then you click on it and then it goes to a freebie, right? You can also pin a post, so pin the post to your freebie at the top. So make sure you've got these three things sorted before you start this campaign. This is exactly how you're going to make sure that someone checks you out, has a look to see who you are, clicks on everything, and then goes and follows you and also gets added to your email list. This is what we're really doing this for, okay? The other thing you want to make sure is once they have joined your email list, because I have done this, I run these campaigns for myself, for clients, we're building the page, but we're also trying to get email list people. It works, you can do it, it's something to try, and I would definitely recommend giving it a go. So, but what you want to make sure once they join your email list is you have a beautiful sequence initiated so that you can capture exactly, you can introduce yourself, get them to follow you maybe on another social media, get them to check out your top line content, all of this good stuff, so that they are not just someone on your Facebook business page, they are more than that. We need that sequence in place, everything good to go before you start running. This is how you're going to maximize this campaign. Okay, now we have that all in place. Is this a good idea? Again, I honestly believe it is. I really like this for a number of reasons. I like this, number one, If you are brand new, you have absolutely nothing set up, you don't even have a freebie, you don't even know what to do. I like this. I think there is still value to building a Facebook business page. When you set up a Facebook business page, it normally ranks really high on the SEO. So even before your website's going, anything like that, it's good to have it and have it in place. There is still value. A lot of older demographics, moms, older businesses, they still use Facebook to build their business. It is not dead by any means. Has it changed? Yes. Is it as relevant amongst the younger demographic? No. So does that mean it's going away? Who the heck knows? We're not going to worry about that right now. But I think this tactic, if done correctly, if done with the right targeting, if done with a really clear funnel in place, still has merit and still has value. So I'm going to walk you through exactly how to set this up. I'm going to give you tips on the targeting, tips on the creative, and we're going to watch exactly how this is done.
Okay, so now let's walk through exactly how to set up a page like ad. You are going to come to your Facebook Ads Manager into this setting right here, and we're going to hit create, and then you're going to go to engagement and go right through. I like to keep things organized with a naming convention, so I like to talk about what the ad is doing, and then do a little horizontal, vertical bar, and then type in the month and the year. I just find this keeps everything organized. We're going to copy and paste that to use it later. Keep everything as is. Now for the budget, we're going to set it at $5 a day. You may be able to get away with less. One thing I'll say is that because this is a slightly controversial strategy, there isn't typically a lot of competition on this. So you may be able to get away with a lower budget, but I would start with 5, see how it's doing. You want ads to come in around 20 cents per like. That's what we're looking for. So the likes to come in around 20 cents per like. And anything higher, you're going to need to reevaluate your ad and your audience. So really try to keep in mind that you're aiming for 20 cents a like. We don't want to be overpaying for this, okay? So go ahead and hit next. And then we're going to go over here. I'm going to change this, keeping the same naming convention. We're going to do the Female Entrepreneur Association. I'm going to change this to Facebook page. Keep everything as is. A lot of this is grayed out. You really want to make sure you have the right Facebook page. We're going to keep this as it is. This is a really easy ad to set up, I will say this. I have Advantage Plus audience on this account, but I am going to do the Female Entrepreneur Association. I want to target women. I would say when it comes to Advantage Plus, if you have a brand new account with a brand new pixel, I would not recommend turning that on. I would really see how your ads do without that. I would still pick an audience and go from there. Obviously, this is quite a nice big audience, so we're good here. I'm going to change this age a little bit. I want it slightly higher. And I want this a teeny tiny bit lower, something around there. That looks good. I like the audience size, nice and broad. That's what we want. This looks good. Once you have your ads going and your Pixel has some data, then maybe think about trying Advantage Plus audience, but I wouldn't come out the gate and do this. This is still fairly new. Things I have used it on are doing well, but as I said, I would just, if you're new, just stick to choosing your targeting. Then maybe in a couple of months after running ads, maybe try this and see how it does. Also, because you really want to be sure it finds the right people. This, you're just handing everything over to Facebook and hoping for the best. So, you know, I really think that you need to really make sure that you are really picking your audience at the beginning. So just make sure that's off. You want to hit this where it's got reach people beyond the targeting. Although that's sort of, I don't know, they're using Advantage Plus all over the place. It's getting a little confusing. And they're saying, oh, you know, slightly, but just, you know, when they give you these recommendations, sometimes they're spot on, but a lot of times they're just trying to get you to spend more money. So just take it with a pinch of salt. I see this on other platforms too, on Google, on Pinterest. They will suggest things. Just take it with a pinch of salt until you kind of get acquainted and you know what you're doing. I'm going to keep the same naming convention here. And this is where we're going to write our ad. What's really nice about this, I don't recommend making these too like big, honestly. You really want a really simple text. So this is typically something I would use. You can just say, you know, what it is you help people with. So in my case, if you're wanting to find paying clients with your social media, then like this page for social media tips. It does not need to be more than that. It really doesn't. Because what I'm trying to get it to do, I want it to appear above where the image is going to go right here. I'm just going to add a picture of me. And that's what we're doing. That's really easy. It has a call to action right here. People, when they see it and they click this, they're going to like the page. And that's literally it. We're going to hit publish and we're going to be done. And that's all it is. It's a very simple ad to set up. And with the typical situation, this will mark as processing for a little bit. And then once it's approved, it will say in review. No, sorry, it'll go from processing to in review. Once it's approved, it will just start delivering. And so that's when you want to keep an eye on it. As I said, make sure that the likes are coming in 20 cents or less and see how you do and go ahead and tweak and change. If you want to add another audience, you probably may be able to with the $5, but then I would, if you want to add more audiences or add new ad sets, then that's when you're going to have to up the budget. For this particular one, I would not recommend, I'd recommend basically having $2.50 per ad set. That's what I'm saying. I would not recommend that for any other kind of ad, but this one, I think you can get away with it. You can kind of get away with old school rules on this one, as I said, because the competition is not that high. Think of that and interpret that what you will. Some people may say that and be like, well, the competition is very high. Why are people doing this? But you can also interpret it as like, well, maybe you can make it work where other people can't. So interpret that how you will, but definitely don't spread yourself too thin with 5 million different audiences for your $5. We'll do 2. If you want to do more, we're going to have to up the budget to $10, $15, $20. I hope this is really helpful. Let me know in the comments if you implement this and the results you get, or if you have any other questions, I am here to help.
Okay, so now we've got that out of the way, I want to know from you, do you think running a Facebook page like campaign is worth it? Let me know in the comments below. I want to hear your take all about this. Ultimately, your Facebook business page is just one part of your marketing suite, and it is really important that you organize yourself in a way that keeps you consistent across your various marketing activities. You drop one, it's not going to be good, okay? You have to make sure you have things in place, but doing this can be super overwhelming. I definitely faced this problem. I was getting really overwhelmed with my email list, being constant with my content, my top line content, my Instagram start, like this can be a lot. So if this feels like a lot to you, I invite you to check out my marketing checklist. It's going to give you daily, weekly, and monthly tasks that you can basically implement to help you keep on top of your marketing. So go to the link below or go to kazwilson.com/marketing checklist to get your copy, and I hope you enjoy it and I hope it brings you value, and I would love to know more about whether or not you had success with it. Okay, thank you so much. It is so good to see you. Definitely consider subscribing to this channel because I post content like this every single week, and I really want to make ads very easy and effective for you. We're not about gatekeeping around here. I want to, remove the curtain, remove all this stigma about ads being hard, blah, blah, blah. Let's get past that. And I really want to share exactly, all about how to make ads work for your business and the tactics that are going to move the needle for you. So consider subscribing to this channel, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to see you next time.